Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. This is 20 Steps to Preparedness Part 2. Talked about, I did Part 1. A lot of it's like prep of the day things. Little things that you can do to be more prepared. Steps to better yourself and to become better prepared. So I'm going to go over 20 lists. I'll go over some things, a little more in depth, some stuff, It's just throwing ideas out there. Along with the preps of the day that you can use to just be better off. A little bit every day, right? That's the key. So the first one is make sure you have a good pair of boots. Here, I'll show you what I'm wearing right now. These. Those are good boots. Those are Oboe's Bridger boots, which is Outdoor Bowsman. It's a company that makes a lot of really good boots. So Oboe's boots are really good. Merrell, Solomon, Vask. There's a lot of good boots out there. So have a good pair of boots, good quality boots. This is where you want to spend a little bit of money because everything's going to be more physical in an SHTF scenario, right? We're going to be out doing the things. You'll be out on your feet a lot more. So make sure you have a good quality pair of boots that you like. Don't necessarily get these because I like them. Get what you like. Some people like more of a shoe, like hiking boots / shoes. I love those. This is more of a boot, so it's a little more clumsy, cloddy, that kind of stuff, which I don't really prefer. I prefer the shoe more, but these are really good boots. So you may want to have a good quality hiking shoe or backpacking shoe like Solomon Merrell make, or you can get a boot. But anyway, have a good boot. Number 2, tarps. Tarps, tarps, tarps. You can never have too many tarps. You can use tarps for so many different things. Creating shelter, wrapping stuff for caches, collecting rainwater. A lot of different uses. So have tarps. Have different sizes on hand. Really good. You can make yourself an improvised shelter, even like a little mini house out of tarps, with like a wood structure or something like that. Put a bunch of sticks up, make like a little frame for them, and then throw tarps all over them. You can build yourself a house, literally. Number 3, one of the preppers' favorite, right? 550 cord. 550 cord is so useful. It's also called paracord. It's a 7-strand or a 5-strand cord that's, very useful. Just one sec. Sorry about that. As you heard, little one needed me. All right, number 4, ferrule rod. What's that for? That's for striking with a metal object like the back of a knife and creating shavings that start a fire, right? Ferrule rods are very important. So it's something that you should always have. Lighters are way easier. Yeah, sure. I have lighters also. I would prefer to use a lighter. But if you need to, have these on standby because lighters run out, right? So ferrule rods do too, but they last for a lot of strikes. Get the big, good quality ones. Number 5, tourniquet. Tourniquet. You could almost never have too many tourniquets, kind of like ammo or magazines. Tourniquets, we have, one by each door. I have one in each vehicle. I have, when I'm out doing the things, I have like 3 or 4 on me. I have one in each bug out bag, all these different things. Tourniquets. Cat tourniquets are really good. There's other types, SOFT tourniquets, rats, SWAT T tourniquets. There's a lot of different tourniquets out there. And if you have little ones, the SWAT T ones work really good because if their arms like her, you just heard her voice, she's 4. Her arm isn't big enough to use a cat because the cat has that plastic piece that's too wide for her arm. So a SWAT T is basically a big, those workout bands they give you in physical therapy? It's like that kind of stuff, stretchy stuff. You just wrap it around there really tight and then fold it. So those work really well for younger children. We have some of those around, obviously, also since we have a younger child. Number 6, gauze. Gauze. You can never have too much gauze. If you've ever been in a traumatic injury situation, you go through lots of gauze. Anybody that's been there knows what I'm talking about. Along those lines, also medical tape. Medical tape is really easy, good to use. Just grab a t-shirt even, put it on a wound, tie it down, create a little ball, pressure point, whatever. There's a lot of different uses for it. Number 7, chest seals. That's what we have in our IFAKs, right? If you have a gunshot wound that goes like through and through the lungs, you want to stop that off. And it's like a big tape, plastic bag type thing that goes over the wound that keeps the lungs from drawing air in and out and stuff like that. So there's a lot more to it. I'm just not really going into that, but chest seals are really good. Number 8, airway support. Nasal pharyngeal airways, which go in through your nose, or there's oral airway tubes also that allow you to get an airway. That's really important in first aid, especially in a trauma situation. Number 9, OTC meds, over-the-counter meds. I'm talking about pain meds, sleep meds, cold meds, constipation meds, those kind of things. Make sure that you are including those in your preps. Number 10, learn how to sew by hand. Not with a sewing machine, but needle and thread. That's a very important skill. Things go south, you may have to use that, and it's very simple to learn. I sew all the time. I sewed, my wife was also in the military. I sewed all of our patches on by hand all the time. So yeah, you can do it, and you can make it look good. Number 11, practice cooking from scratch. That's like a lost art. So many people now do not even know how to cook, much less from scratch. All they know how to do is put something in the microwave, put something in the oven, and heat it up. It's pretty much a lot of people. I'm not saying all people, but a lot of people don't even know how to cook. So learn how to cook from scratch. Practice with cookbooks or stuff like that if you need to, or just experiment, throw stuff together. I'm one of those kind of people. I'm just throw stuff together kind of guy. I know what kind of tastes, flavors go together and stuff, what doesn't. Throw it all in a pan, make a big huge one pan meal for my family since there's 4 of us. Yeah, so it worked, simple but effective. Number 12, learn how to bake. Same thing. Baking is, oh man, I don't know if you guys have ever had fresh baked bread out of the oven with real butter. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a moment here, just a sec. So good. The problem is I can't stop eating it. It's so good. So learn to bake. Number 13, map and compass. Vital. Learn how to use a map. Learn how to orient a map. Learn how to shoot bearings, how to travel on a map, how to orient a compass, all these different, there's a lot to it. But learn map and compass work. Land navigation is key, especially if you have to bug out on foot or if you're up patrolling somewhere doing the things. Number 13 was supposed to be just the items, have maps and compasses. Number 14 was learn how to use those items. So anyway, number 15, bug out location. Identify one, scout it, know where it is. Don't just pick a spot on a map in the middle of the mountains or in the middle of the woods or whatever. That's not going to work. You got to have eyes on. You got to know where you're going. You got to know how to get there, caches and routes, stuff like that. So please be working on that. I know it's a big deal. It's time, it's money, stuff like that. But please try to do something in that regard. Along that lines, number 16, caches. Have caches. You could have it around your property, hidden out there, hidden over here, buried right there, stuff like that, which none of those are locations for my caches, by the way. OPSEC, of course. Number 17, along the same lines, bug out routes. Have several routes. Alternate routes, tertiary routes. Have routes where you're going to go on vehicle. Have routes where you're going to go on maybe your bicycle or on foot. Different methods, different means, different cache points, waypoints, rally points, all those kind of things. And number 18 is practice bugging out. Practice bugging out. Have a 10-minute bug out. Like, oh God, we got to get out of here now. Grab everything you can and throw it in your vehicle and go. And then maybe have like an hour bug out. Throw everything you can in an hour and then go. And then maybe have an even longer one if you want to. Have it where you try to load up everything you possibly can fit in your vehicle and then go somewhere. And then go to your bug out location if you can. If not, at least practice loading. Loading up and seeing how much you can load in those time frames. Number 19, fill your fuel tank. Keep your fuel tank half full at least at all times. I really try to do that. I'm not always the best at it, but I try to keep it at like half, 3/4 full. If I'm driving my truck, I also have 5-gallon cans of diesel in the bed of the truck also, so I can extend my range like that. So I have like a 1,000-mile range. But anyway, number 20, last but not least, chains for your vehicle, snow chains. We're in winter now. If you're in Florida, you probably don't care about this one. But if you're in Montana, you definitely already have these things. So if you know it, you probably already have it, but get them. If you're in one of those areas that just snows every once in a while, like here, it snows every once in a while. Sometimes it snows really bad, but well, really bad for here. But have snow chains. It's a good thing to have. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys out. Makes you think of some different things, gives you some tools, empowers you, lifts you up. Love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.